seems like there had been several attempts made to obfuscate the case. These are two sets of documents that Times Now has exclusively accessed. On my right is the complaint copy. The initial complaint copy, which was registered on 13th of January 2016, the very day the accident happened around 6:08 in the morning, killing Indian Air Force Corporal Abhimanyu Gaud. Now this complaint, which is part of the FIR, is written by Colonel Richard Fernandez. He is the commanding officer. He says that he has seen this accident, he was himself there, and he also goes on to add, dismissing the fact that the accused went unchallenged by the officers. He says the succeeding contingent members after the accident happened made an extreme effort to stop the speeding car. However, the effort was futile. The accused, mark my word, the accused car even threatened the succeeding contingent members of the officers and tried crushing them. So here he's trying to essentially mention that after the accident happened, there were officers, there were Indian Air Force and Indian Army officers who tried stopping the car, but they failed. Finally, it goes on to say that after Indian Air Force Corporal Abhimanyu Gaud was taken to the hospital, he learned that the injured corporal was being administered medically, and since that time he was brought to the commanding hospital at 6:15 hour. Then he met Flight Lieutenant Sandeep Kumar, who brought out one more fact, that he had seen the accused. He is mentioning only one more accused. He has seen the accused who was on his way while he was on the way to the command hospital. He also goes on to say that since Corporal Abhimanyu Gaud was vomiting blood on his hands, he could not stop the gypsy in which Abhimanyu Gaud was being carried to the hospital and try and nab the accused. So he says because Abhimanyu Gaud was vomiting in his hands and his condition was critical, he could not stop and nab the accused. Later, I was informed that the corporal died at 7:15 hours. So here the first complaint clearly mentions about one accused, and that had been the eyewitness's account that we have been talking about all this while. Now let's talk about the police forwarding note that police had given to the court. What does it say? It talks about multiple accounts, and there lies a growing suspicion of obfuscation in the case. This is the forwarding note in which police is claiming that an unknown driver of white color Audi Q7 car without registration plates in a criminal conspiracy with others entered into the restricted no driving zone after repeated violations by willfully breaking the steel guard railings placed on the road and drove the same at a high speed along both flanks of Kirirpur Road, and when driving along the eastern flank of the said road between 6:05 and 6:10 hours intentionally knocked down the corporal of Indian Air Force, namely Abhimanyu Gaud, who was marching along with Air Force contingent, and thereby inflicted fatal injuries on his person, who subsequently succumbed to his injuries. While the first complaint, the FIR complaint lodged by the Indian Air Force commanding officer talks about one accused, in the forwarding note police is talking about multiple accused. And just not that, the police forwarding note also talks about during investigation it's so far revealed that the marginally noted account, which means Sambia Sohrab, was behind the steering of the said Audi Q7 vehicle at the time of commission of the offence, with other accused persons as passengers. So, which means they are still trying to mull over the theory that, okay, in the Audi, even though Sambia Sohrab was driving the car, there were more than one people inside the car as passengers. Now, a statement or a claim which has been dismissed by both Shahnawaz Khan and Johnny, both had been key eyewitnesses in the case. Both have been arrested by police, and their respective family members had been alleging a conspiracy, given the fact that Sambia Sohrab happens to be the son of Trinamool Congress leader Mohammad Sohrab, and they have also been alleging that both Shahnawaz Khan and Johnny have been made look like scapegoats, fall guys, just to bail out Sambia Sohrab. So this alacrity on part of police to try and establish this multiple people inside the car theory, is it an attempt to bail out Sambia Sohrab and make someone else look like driving the car? That's the question coming to fore. Why didn't they give any importance to the fact that the initial eyewitnesses account or the complaint which has been lodged by the Army commanding officer, they have categorically mentioned about one accused. Back to you.
Absolutely. Tamal, as you're pointing out, it does seem like a clear attempt by the police in Kolkata to, in a sense, obfuscate this case. Thank you for the moment, Tamal, for joining us.